On today's episode, look what the cat dragged in. It's a 68 Snow Squire. Now, these things are pretty much the same as a Tradewind snowmobile, other than the colors are the opposite. The Tradewinds were white with a maroon stripe, and these are maroon with a white stripe. Also, they said Snow Squire instead of Tradewinds. And I think on the Tradewinds, you could get an optional hearth motor. I'm pretty sure. I don't know about that. If you know the answer, let me know in the comments. Now, fun fact about me, one of the very first snowmobiles I ever tried to buy was a 68 Tradewinds. And the reason why I wanted it is because it was sold at the Agway right down the street from where I grew up. So I really wanted it bad. The long story short, it was promised to the owner's nephew, and the nephew is currently doing a restoration on it that I could never give this thing. He's taking it all the way down to bare metal. He's painting it, getting, NOS parts and all that stuff, and he's throwing a lot of money at that thing. So it went to a good home. So I've always had a hole in my heart for one of these machines. So when this one popped up on Facebook for a really cheap price, and I'll get to why it was cheap in a second, I jumped on it. I had to buy it. So I went there, threw him 175 beans, and I ended up with this fine piece of machine here. And Tuxie is just getting in the shot every time. I keep trying to move away from her, but she keeps wanting cuddles and pets. So this is why it was so cheap. That running board is toast. It's gone. I think the only thing holding it together was this, foot thing. I don't know what you call this. Rubber mat. But yeah, it's rusty. Now, we could fix that relatively easily. And I'm thinking that would be a good video, so I'm not too worried about it. And like I said, this is the worst of the rust. Under the hood, it's pretty much rust-free. It's got some, rusty water stains, but it's not rusty. Under the hood, got the locked up JLO, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if we're going to try to, get it to run again, or I found another 297 we could throw on it, or this is what I want to do. I want to find a 297 Sax and throw on this sled. I love Sax motors, and I think it would be perfect for this thing. Or we could throw a hearth on it. I have like 3 or 4 300 hearths we could throw on this thing. So you guys let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see me modify this thing or keep it as original as possible? So you guys let me know. Wiring is kind of a mess. The muffler, she's got some speed holes in it, so we're going to have to address that. And thank God this is not a Skidoo and a Snowjet with an in-billet tank, because this suitcase gas tank is rusty. I don't know if you can see inside there, but it's rusty. That cat will give you an idea what it looks like in there. It's rusty. So thank God we could actually take this tank out, clean it, and do some repairs, because that's a little loose. And then with a fresh bungee cord, because this one's giving up the ghost. Look at that. The fresh bungee cord, after it's clean, we can just throw it back in there and we'll call it a day. Love that heavy duty chain that holds the hood. The skis are in pretty good shape. They just need to be clean. They're full of dirt, water. So we better address that before it rots a hole in it. I love this chain case. This is such a heavy duty piece right here. Nice casting. It says Minnesota on it. The model 250, I don't know, 2500. Pretty nice piece. Nice aluminum casting. Now there's a video on, I think the channel's called New Hampshire Vintage. He has one of these, but the Tradewind version. And this has a floating secondary. It moves back and forth. I think that's exclusive to Tradewinds, because with how the brake is set up on here, it won't move. So, interesting fact, I think. Got a Goodyear belt on it. Probably reuse that. JLO, she's locked up. And somebody's already started doing a JLO delete. We might have to finish that. And something I've noticed, and if you know the answer, let me know. This clutch cover looks awfully similar to the one on that 66 Skidoo. So did they just buy, leftover clutch covers from Bombardier, or is this a completely different style? If you know the answer, let me know. Toolbox. I don't know if we'll get in there. Can't get it open. But I do know there's some goodies in there. There's some good bungee cords, actually. So we got to get that open because I need bungee cords. Got a nice little storage unit here. It shows the top of the tunnel, not all rusty, so I'm happy with that. This running board, she's a little crispy, but not as bad as the other side. We can fix that relatively easily. Drivers are in pretty good shape. Suspension's all right. Needs to be all greased and cleaned up, but it'll all work. Now, here's the bad part. This track... Come on. And we got a cat in the way now. Goddamn cat. She's hitting my hand holding the phone. That track is pretty poor. So I don't know how long it's going to last, if at all. So I'm going to be on the lookout for another track from these. So if you know if another track will just happen to fit on this, let me know, because I'll probably need another track. Or if you have one, let me know. And this cat is just being a pain. Tux, you are just an attention seeker, aren't you? So, you guys let me know in the comments what you want to see. Do you want me to do a 110-point restoration? Try to get this motor running? Find another J-Lo to put on it? Or do we do what I want to do and throw a 300 Hz on it or a 297 Sax? We're not throwing a Predator on this one. You don't need to worry about that. This one's going to say a 2-stroke because of how rare it is. I don't want to modify it too bad. Oh, I forgot. We have the... Can't see it in there, but there's the seat. And they got the windshield. And I got the original owner's manual for this thing. And the owner's manual is in perfect shape. We're going to do an individual video on that because it's currently raining right now. And I don't want to ruin that. So you guys let me know. You want this to be a long-term project or get it out in the snow as soon as possible? Look at her. She wants to play. Look at her. Look out in the field. She wants to play in the snow. So, I hope you guys like this little project and you want to see more of it. Because I love this sled. I love it. It's so cool. What do you think, Smurfy? You like it?
I like it.
Oh, we got to tell them about the name we call it.
Snow squirrel?
We call it the snow squirrel because when I first saw that name, I thought it said snow squirrel. So for like the entire time over there, we're like, we're going to go look at a snow squirrel. We're going to go look at a snow squirrel. And then we get there, it's like, oh. Oh, Tuxie found something hot. Oh, she's relaxing again. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Want to see more of the sled? Or just want to see more Tuxie? What do you guys see? All right. Have a good one.